FM, the program that is here to bring to you everything, all information, educational activities, everything you need to know about what's going on in the maritime and the border sector of the Nigerian economy. My name is Dili Utomi, and I'll be flying solo today because my co-host Francis Chilaka is unavoidably absent. He traveled to attend to a personal matter, and so I'll be taking you along the show for the next 2 hours. Of course, we also have a guest today who's on the way. Our guest is Dr. Aziz Abayomi Mustafa. Is of course a practitioner within the maritime sector with very long experience. Of course, before we go on into the matter of the day, we have some new events that made the news in the course of the week, and we are going to read them out to you. Our lines will be open much earlier today because one, Francis is not around, and our guest is not here. So just sit down, relax, and enjoy the ride. My name is Dili Utomi. Before we go into the activities of today, let's pay the bill.
In today's fast-paced world, the movement of goods drives the movement of business. At AZ Logistics, we go beyond transportation. We deliver trust, efficiency, and reliability. We connect businesses across borders, whether by land, sea, or air. Our network ensures your cargo arrives on time. At AZ Logistics, be rest assured that we are your reliable supply chain partners, providing quality services with cutting-edge technology by a dedicated team of experts. Join us today for services such as shipping and logistics, customs clearance, air and sea freight services, import and export, door-to-door services, offshore logistics services, break bulk cargo clearing, delivery of consignment, import and export documentation. Our office is at 16 Amore Street, off Toyin Street, Ikeja, Lagos, or call 080-238-77441 or 070-324-62672. AZ Logistics, moving your world, powering your success.
Yes. All right. You're welcome to the Maritime and Border Show on VOP 90.3 FM. My name once again is Dili Utomi. We start with the events that made the news in the course of the week, starting with this one. Customs foils major security threat, seizes over 140 arms components, 373.8 million naira drug cargo. The Nigerian Customs Service (NCS) has intensified its security operations with the interception of a container concealing parts of over 140 pump-action rifles and the seizure of cannabis-infused products worth over 373.8 million naira at the Tinkan Island Port Command. Announcing the seizure at the Tinkan Island Port, Lagos on Thursday, 6th of August 2026, the Controller General of Customs, CGC Adewale Adeniyi, disclosed that the container, which arrived aboard MV Velica on 8 July 2026, was flagged by the service's intelligence-driven risk management system for enhanced monitoring. A thorough examination uncovered concealed crates containing knockdown components preliminarily identified as Joseph pump-action rifles. The CGC added that investigation led to the arrest of two suspects, while another principal suspect remains at large and is being actively tracked. In a separate operation, customs officers intercepted two 40-foot containers conveying cannabis-infused cookies, gummies, and pre-roll products concealed alongside used vehicles, generators, batteries, and other imported goods. The seizures comprised 109 cartons of Delta 8 cannabis-infused pre-roll cookies, 125 cartons of Delta 8 cannabis-infused gummies, and 73 cartons of cannabis-infused cookies, with a combined street value of 373,802,640 naira. Adeni said the interceptions reflect the growing sophistication of transnational criminal networks, exploiting legitimate trade channels to traffic prohibited weapons and narcotics into the country. He noted that the successful operations underscore effectiveness of the service's intelligence-driven enforcement strategy, advanced risk profiling systems, and collaboration with sister security agencies. Warning that criminal elements may seek to exploit the nation's borders during the election season, the CGC said, "We are about entering a major election cycle, and we know that by this period, men of the underworld will want to use our borders, our ports, our airports to bring in items like this. We are going to redouble our efforts to ensure that we do not allow them to do so," he said. The CGC commended officers of the Tinkan Island Port Command and the Customs Enforcement Unit for their vigilance and professionalism, reaffirming that the service remains committed to identifying, arresting, and prosecuting all those connected with the criminal networks while safeguarding Nigeria's borders and facilitating trade. Well, this is what happened at the Tinkan Island Port Command on Thursday. It continues with the handover of the items, the drug components of the items. The commander, the Tinkan Island Port's deputy strategic commander of the NDLA is Commander of Narcotics Sunday Augustine Adeumi, who received the seized drugs. He stressed the imperative nature of constant collaboration between the agencies working within the port. Commander Adeumi said of the seized cookies, "These items have been so carefully packaged to look attractive with different flavors and colors, and they are usually served at parties and clubs for unsuspecting users to get hooked on them after eating. We should all be very careful with what we consume," he concluded. Yes, I was fortunate to be at the Tinkan Island Port Command where these seizures were made on Thursday. It's so disheartening. A container filled with pump action rifles being smuggled into the countries. I continue to commend the eagle-eyed nature of our security operatives and agencies who work within the port area. One can imagine, we can't even imagine the kind of trouble we'll be in if these arms were, successfully smuggled into the country. As elections are coming in, politicians do a whole lot of things to win power, and both legal and legitimate and illegitimate means to get to the position they aspire to. And so the some of these things are fallouts of the desperation by a whole lot of people, criminal gangs, those who want to win elections by all means. It's disheartening. I was there, and to me it was a somber atmosphere, saddening. If you look at the faces of the people around there, the 140 that was mentioned here were just those that were coupled for the benefits of the pressmen there to really see what was on ground. They were all disassembled, completely knocked down. So, and it's nice that the Nigerian Customs Service and the offices of the different agencies were able to come together and nip this in the bud. And of course, the drug companies have been handed over to the NDLEA, and it's a good thing. The CG also said that, of course, the file has been handed. That's for the drug companies have been handed over to the NDLEA before the handover of the physical goods, and that that's for them to continue with the processing. And whenever they are ready and the products are that's the items are to be destroyed, of course they revert back to them, and they will witness the destruction of these drugs and drug infused cookies and other things that were seized on the day. So the collaboration between the agencies there, I think it's something to commend too. Now moving on, NAGAF demands end to alleged illegal charges at boarded terminals, seeks refund of 178 million naira. NAGA demands end to alleged illegal charges at bonded terminals, seeks refund of 178 million naira. The 100% compliance team of the National Association of Government-Approved Freight Forwarders, NAGAF, has demanded the immediate cessation and refund of alleged illegal tolls and fees being collected from freight forwarders at some bonded terminals in Lagos. In a demand notice dated August 6, 2026, and signed by the national coordinator of the team, Alhaji Ibrahim Tanko, NAGAF alleged that as much as 178 million naira had been collected through charges imposed on imported containers and certain bonded terminals. The association specifically mentioned CIFAX Terminal Ijora and CIFAX Terminal Okota, alleging that freight forwarders were being charged as much as 3,000 naira for a 20-foot container and 6,000 naira for a 40-foot container. According to NAGAF, the charges were allegedly being collected by the terminals in conjunction with some individuals purportedly representing the Association of Nigerian Licensed Customs Agents and NALCA. The association maintained that the alleged charges were separate from statutory and regulatory fees payable to relevant government agencies, including the Nigerian Ports Authority (NPA), Nigerian Customs Service (NCS), and the respective terminal operators. NAGAF said it had been provided with evidence of any lawful authorization. NAGAF said that it had not been provided with evidence of any lawful authorization, gazetted instrument, approved tariff, or regulatory backing for the charges despite repeated requests from its members. The association described the alleged collections as unacceptable and argued that they could amount to a violation of applicable laws, including the Lagos State Illegal Collection of Dues in Public Places Prohibition Law of 2003. NAGAF further argued that the charges lacked transparency, noting that no regulatory approval, official receipts, published tariff, or legal notice had allegedly been made available to those being asked to pay. Well, this is one association accusing another of illegal collection of duties or tariff along at some bonded terminals. I hope this is not just this is not politics being played here. An association to the two of the biggest freight forwarding associations or licensed customs agents clearing associations in the country, accusing each other of doing something untoward collecting illegal tariffs, and one thing or the other. I know these two associations have in the past been at daggers drawn over certain issues, and this cannot bode well for the interest of freight forwarders and licensed customs agents. As I was reading this, and our guest, Dr. Abayami Aziz Mustafa, walked in. Doc, you're welcome to the program, sir. You're welcome to the program.
Thank you for having me.
So, the item I just read now, the article I just read now, it's about NAGAF, the 100% compliance team of NAGAF, accusing ANALCA, the Association of Nigerian Licensed Customs Agents, of collecting illegal tolls at several bonded terminals, CFAX Ijora, CFAX Okota, and I think one other place where they mentioned that they are collecting illegal tolls. Have you experienced this before? Or do you think it's the right way to go?
Well, it's not a right way to go, but Nigeria is a one kind of funny country whereby we don't have a policy, or where some people believe that they are more than the nation. So if an individual can believe that he's more than a nation, so what do you expect the people at the lower ground to do? And also, we are a country whereby we don't have an institution. Our institution is strong. If I say we don't have, we have, but they are not strong enough. So every day by day, year in, year out, we are weakening the institution. Then we have a stronger man. So rather supposed to be a vice versa. So if an association at their level can accuse each other collecting illegal fee, not custom duty, not terminal charges,
No.
not sunk cap, not NAFDAC,
None of the
So you will now ask, of what value is that money for? What is the purpose of that money? At the end of the day, after an importer paying the normal statutory fee, custom duty, everything, transportation, it still have to part way for ordinary an association. Then it will have to add all the costs to the cost of the goods.
Exactly.
It now come back to the end user. Who are the end user? You and I.
The people in the street.
The people in the street. So it's very unfortunate. That is why I said earlier on is that we are living like we don't have an institution.
It is stated here that for 20-foot container, they collect 3,000 naira each for each unit of a container, 20 foot. And for a 40 foot, they collect 6,000 naira. And NAGAF went on to say that they've been asking for the authorization from ANALCA. Show us what empowered you, or who empowered you to be collecting these tolls at these these terminals, and that ANALCA has not been able to come up with the evidence of authorization. Again, they are estimating that over a period, ANALCA has collected a sum of at least 178 million naira. That's huge amount of money. And if that is true, shouldn't the security agencies, go into action and start arresting people?
Well, the other thing you need to look at it is that why NAGAF coming up now? Is the problem just started now? Is the collection of the money started now? So why NAGAF is coming out and making all these allegations or tackling ANALCA? My personal experience, my view is maybe sharing formula.
Okay.
You understand me? Sharing formula was not there. So now, when you mention about 40 feet is 2,000 naira, right? 30,000.
No, 40 foot is 6,000 naira.
6,000
20 foot is 3,000 naira.
Now, ask me, where is CRFFN in this?
I was going to come to that question.
So you can see that we have a stronger man and weaker institution.
And CRFFN has even been finding it extremely difficult to collect the practitioners operating fee, the POF.
Yes.
No, that's a legitimate one for them. Oh. These people are not. They are not cooperating.
When you say the legitimate one for them, simply because it was established by arts, and they need to sustain themselves.
Exactly.
You understand me? But however, even if you look at the whole body, the CRFFM themselves, of what impact, of what value are they adding to the freight forwarding industry? There's a difference between having a paper, we do this, we do that. What is the implementation? Personally, I'm talking about personally now. I have not seen any benefit CRFFN have put to the industry since it has been established. 2010 or so, or whatever, having go for give up. Now, the area of 6,000 naira, which is NAGAF alleged that CRFF
that
Ananka is collecting. They see the loophole from a situation whereby CRFFN should supposed to take.
Yeah.
Now they are taking. Are they taking it for CRFFN? Are they taking it for Ministry of Finance, Ministry of Blue Marine Economy, or for their own to sustain an association?
You know, there was an episode of this program that we talked a lot about the setup of the CRFFN. That's the Council for the Regulation of Freight Forwarders in Nigeria. Freight forwarding in Nigeria, and their functions, you know, and everything, and there was issue also. This brouhaha didn't start today.
Yeah.
Of course, we know that the man who's at the helms of affairs at CRFFN today was a member of one of the associations.
Exactly.
NAGAF. And then Analka, they were tackling, they went to court that they did not want a man from the other side of the aisle to be at the helms of affairs, you know. And that they even went as far as saying that CRFFN is only for freight forwarders and not for licensed customs agents. Of course, we know that that's just mere semantics. It's they are all doing the same thing, as can be defined by within the ambit of the law. They are one and the same.
Well,
licensed customs agents and NAGAF. Let me let me land with my question, sir. And so I'm asking, is this not political? Now, they are not. They did not support a CRFN to even collect the legitimate practitioners operating fee. Now, but they have been alleged to be collecting their own fee along the road, and they are collecting from everybody, every freight forwarder, licensed customs agents. Is it not a political thing now? You know, have they been turned into political parties or something like that?
Well, you see, there is a lot to it, and it's very simple. One of the things is that everybody has an interest.
Mm-hmm.
It is the interest that is causing all these things. One, when you talk about freight forwarder and licensed custom agents, right? From my own point of view, we understand that it's the same thing because the ecosystem of supply chain is wide.
Exactly.
You understand? So it's very, very wide. But however, in Ananka reasoning, understanding, they believe that they are licensed custom agents.
That they are not freight forwarders.
That they are not freight forwarders. And if you look at the word licensed custom agent, they were authorized. Custom was giving them a license
to
operate, to interact between the importer and customs. But however, the freight forwarders don't have the license to operate directly with the custom. Just like I said earlier on, the scope is wide, but the freight forwarder themselves, some have licensed custom too, which is the operate. But having said that, why can't we come together as a body, then regularize every irregularity in the industry? Like I said earlier on, personal interest is what is obtainable now. And secondly, when you talk about Ananka was accusing why we freight forwarder, why the current CEO from NAGAF should be there, this and that. Initially, if you go back to the history, they are the one even complaining. The two of them complaining that no. Anybody that wanted to
mount that position of registrar
should be
a member of. Yeah, a practicing freight forwarder.
Who has the idea of the industry? not somebody from
Brought in from
somewhere,
outside.
just like a political, you know. But it's unfortunate that the kind of the country where we are, every appointee is based on political appointee. It's either you have the idea or you don't have an idea.
That is it.
So once your people has been in power, they will bring anybody. So that is why we are having it difficult to fully use our potential as a nation. I'm not talking about across all sectors.
Yeah.
So instead, okay, now it is an opportunity. What you are advocating for years, it has now come to reality.
And you are still fighting yourself.
Mr. Kingsley is here as a freight forwarder. So he know where the challenges is. He know the problem because he has been in Naga for a while, so he should be able to. But he was just there as a saying, he has no power on his own.
Yeah, we have to move to other things. But let me ask you this final question. This bickering, this tug of war, this big breakback that these two major associations within the sector are, engaging in, don't they see that it's counterproductive? It's not good for them. It's benefiting those who some other people who are against them all. Government agencies and some others and some of the shipping companies and the rest of them will be exploiting them because they are not speaking with one voice. When each time they are at each other's neck, trying to tear themselves apart, they are empowering the other side. Can't they come together in order to take, real care of their members and the profession they are engaged in?
Well,
putting aside their differences.
Yeah, in any war worldwide, anywhere there is a war, there's always a loser, and there are some people are benefit from it.
Yeah.
If there is a peace in anywhere, some people will not make money. Let me give an example. A company that is manufacturing arms, his prayer is to have it, to make sure there is a war anywhere. So that is what is happening between Nagaf and Adanka. Tackling each other, go for government, is an advantage for the shipping company, which is mentioned, and terminal operator to take advantage. But however, the real people, the real government agency themselves, to regulate. I'm talking about the like Shippers Council and Co. What is their role doing? If an association can come out and say this and that, what is the role of Shippers Council, the port regulator themselves? What are they doing? So in all of this again, did you see CRFM come out and say anything about it? Capital no. So it's an advantage for them. Like I said earlier on, all this is a personal interest. That I'm not above you, you are not above me. We are all of us we are all
playing
of us
at the same level.
At the same level, and under the Nigerian Constitution law, freedom of association. But if they can come together as a body, okay, let's bury our differences. This is our problem. Let's work as a voice. Is going to be the trailblazer. But however, they cannot do that because some people at the back of it, they will not allow such to happen
because they won't benefit anymore.
They won't benefit from it.
Okay, thank you. Let's move on. Customs seek Senate support to fast-track digital transformation. The Nigerian Customs Service, NCS, has moved to deepen the Senate's understanding of its ongoing digital transformation and operational reforms, urging lawmakers to review its legal framework to align Nigeria's trade laws with rapidly evolving global practices. Speaking at a capacity-building retreat organized for the Senate Committee on Customs, Excise and Tariffs on 5th August 2026, the Comptroller General of Customs, CGC Adewale Adeniyi, stated that meaningful legislative oversight depends on lawmakers having a complete understanding of modern customs operations. He explained that the retreat was designed to bridge information gaps, enabling the Senate Committee to evaluate the services transformation from an informed perspective and provide the statutory backing needed to sustain its modernization drive. While some provisions had worked as intended, others had proved difficult to apply or had been overtaken by the rapidly changing trade environment. We are requesting considerable amendments to ensure the Act remains relevant to fast-moving trade policies and supports the services modernization agenda, Adeniyi stated. He emphasized that while the service enjoys strong support from the President and the NCS board under the Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Taiwo Oyedele, long-term stability requires statutory enforcement through legislative protection and that transcend beyond any single administration. Highlighting the scope of the modernization, the Deputy Controller General of Customs in charge of Human Resources Development, Tijani Abe, outlined key ongoing initiatives. These include the deployment of the indigenous Bodogu Trade Management System, intelligence-driven post-clearance audits, the Authorized Economic Operator AEO program, coordinated border management, and end-to-end digital process integration aimed at boosting revenue, facilitating trade, and strengthening national security. Responding, the chairman of the Senate Committee on Customs, Excise, and Tariff, Senator Issa Jibrin, commended the NCS for surpassing its revenue targets despite operational hurdles. He assured the service of the National Assembly's readiness to provide the necessary statutory backing to sustain its momentum. This is the Controller General of Customs with his team going to the customs to probably find a way of tweaking the Customs Act of 2023 in order to, come to terms with the modern ways of doing things. What do you think about it? It's mentioned that certain aspects, most of the aspects are good, but some aspects are bogging them down, in their march towards properly modernizing the customs. They need to, what it's saying in essence is that they need to rejig or tweak the law a little bit to meet modern needs.
Well, the current CG of customer is doing well, understand? So, and is doing what it can do within the capacity, understand? But one thing about what's constant in life is changes, and we are now in a technology world. All of us, you could remember before the port was concession in 2006, if I get. So, 2 decades along the line, it's not what it used to be.
Of course not.
And now they are making more money.
much more.
Much more than, and with the help of technology, it will even create more money as well. But technology didn't come cheap. It's very, very expensive. So let's see. It's a good thing because that is where the world is going.
Sure.
So let's see how it goes. But the other challenges I'm having is that as a Nigerian, I'm talking from a layman perspective. There's like I said earlier on, there's a difference between talking and implementation, right? So,
sure.
Talking, especially when it comes to government, right? They might say, okay, this is good, fantastic. In the next 20 years, they might not implement it. It will keep dragging.
Yeah.
But kudos to custom.
Yeah.
Kudos
especially with their CG.
With their CG.
He's a handsome kind of person.
Yes. And I love what he's doing because he wanted to bring Nigeria to part to the other. Even if we are not 100% there right now, at least we are not used to what we used to be before. So gradually process. Technology is advancing, no doubt about that. So we can't go back.
Yeah, sure. I hope they'll be able to get what they need from the Senate, rejigging the law so that they can serve the current needs of the Nigerian Customs Service. Good luck with that. Good luck to them in their pursuit.
Yeah.
Deputy Controller Oladapo Afeni sponsors free eye care program for officers of Ogunwan Area Command. As part of ongoing initiative to prioritize personnel health and enhance operational efficiency, the Acting Customs Area Controller Ogunwan Command, Deputy Controller Oladapo Afeni, has sponsored a comprehensive free eye care program for officers of and men of the Nigerian Customs Service, Ogunwan Area Command. The health outreach aimed to promote wellness and early detection of visual impairments, among others, through specialized ophthalmic services provided by qualified medical professionals from Vision Spring C to be safe to S2S, S2S. Services provided included visual acuity screening, testing overall clarity of vision, fundoscopy, examining the back of the eye, including the retina and optic nerve, and providing free prescription glasses to those in need. Declaring the screening exercise opened, the Acting Customs Area Controller Ogun Command, Deputy Controller Oladapo Afeni, emphasized that clear vision is critical to effective border security, tactical enforcement, and administrative duties. Good health remains the fundamental pillar of operational efficiency and officers' well-being. Our officers undergo demanding daily tasks, ranging from tactical border surveillance and field enforcement to detailed physical examinations and administrative documentation. Regular eye screening is a crucial preventive measure that safeguards our officers' health while maintaining peak command efficiency. Afeni explained that clear vision directly enhances reaction time, nighttime vigilance, and accuracy during border controls and security checks, directly impacting command effectiveness. Constant exposure to harsh environmental conditions on patrol duties put continuous demand on our eyes. Periodic checkups prevent chronic fatigue and strain. Good vision is fundamental to not only for career performance but for personal safety, family life, and long-term vitality. I encourage all officers, men of the Ogun Area Command, to prioritize their vision and participate actively in routine eye screening exercises, Afeni added. Taking proactive steps today ensures that we remain sharp, capable, and ready to discharge our national mandate effectively. Protect your vision. It is your most valuable window to the world, he concluded. Earlier on, the Safe to be Safe S2S project of preventing eye care and the team lead consultant, Dr. Obioma Uchendo, said the project is geared towards preventive eye care among customs officers, whose objective is to eliminate preventive blindness, especially among officers guiding our nation's border like Idiroko. Benefiting officers expressed deep appreciation for the gesture, noting that the initiative directly boosts morale and ensures duty readiness across Ogun Command operations. The Ogun Area Command remains committed to sustaining welfare initiatives that foster a healthy, responsive, and robust workforce. This is a good one. The Nigerian Customs Service Ogun Command, Idiroko, the acting controller there, Oladapo Afeni, encouraged the officers. He brought in a private eye clinic for free eye tests and treatment for the officers to improve their health, and then be able to also improve their rate of at which they discharge their duties under the command. I think it's a laudable one.
Very, very laudable one. It is when the officer and they are healthy, then they can be able to perform their job diligently. And eyes is one of the most important aspects of body.
Sure.
So, like the eagle eyes too. So you need to be taken care of.
Okay. All right. Doc, you're welcome to the program, sir.
Thank you once again.
Yeah. Today we shall be delving into an area where for some time now we have not done much, as in we need to look into. A lot is happening within the maritime sector, and a lot needs also to happen constantly, make it better. We know that the Nigerian Post Authority, it's about to start its port modernization project. I think there was a press release about a few days ago, about a week ago, talking about soon they will start embarking on the modernization of the two main ports, the Tinkan and the Apapa port. Mm-hmm. And so we are drawing topic from their intended action, which goes like this. as NPA commences port modernization, what commensurate action for cargo management? As NPA commences port modernization, what commensurate action for cargo management? The port modernization is going to be both physical, both in terms of equipment, in terms of personnel, in terms of everything. The total, the whole 9 yards of a port operation is going to be modernized. If the fillers we are getting from the Nigerian Ports Authority is anything to go by. What with of course, the 746 million pounds loan that was gotten by the government, and of course other from the UK, and of course other investment being made.
It's not a loan, no. It's an investment.
Okay, it's an investment.
They call it loan, right? But it's an investment.
Okay. Please, can you clarify that for the purpose of the audience?
All right. So, it has to be a win-win situation. All right. Okay. The government right to the UK government. All right. So Nigeria has a potential. We have this. We have that. Just like our, they are the first own Nigeria. Why do I say they are colonial masters? So the history will forever remain there. Okay, we have so many projects that we need to do. We have so many things that we need to do, this and that. Okay, what about our port? So look at our port, because ports play a critical role in every country, especially a country that God bless with massive water. Our country, our dear lovely country, is sitting on gold, but we don't have the capacity to utilize it.
Is it a question of the capacity or the political will?
When I'm talking about the capacity, I'm not talking about human capacity. I'm talking about the mental health to do it.
The mental capacity.
Yes. You say it as a political will, right? Political will, how do we do this thing? It's a different word. How do we implement it? Implementation is the key in everywhere, because everybody has an interest. And the political will is personal interest supersede the nation interest. That is where the problem lies. Okay. So if you can come, this is our thing. Let us do well about it. Let us manage it well, so that in the next 100 years to come, the generation yet to be unborn will be proud of where we are. All of us are talking about the British, the America, it is not today it is started. Some people sacrifice that for the generation yet to be born.
Yeah.
That is what they are enjoying today.
Exactly.
But in our own, who is going to sacrifice for the generation yet to born? Yeah. So that is why I say personal interest, mentally, to do it. Okay.
Now let's go into this modernization thing. Soon they'll start, like we say in local parlance, start knocking boom, 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 because it's going to be also physical. Yes. There will be a lot of disruptions, a lot of noise, a lot of activities, physical activities around the ports, because we know that the port quays are degenerating, they're about collapsing, so they need to rebuild them and expand certain areas. What do you think that they should do to put in place so that the disruptions in terms of activities, other activities within the port, are minimal?
Okay. All right.
Because they are going to physically rebuild certain areas. Most of the areas.
Definitely. We are just sometimes when our government, they are taking a massive project. They don't. Some of them, I stand to be corrected. They don't look at the plan B. Are you getting my point? They don't look at the plan B. Okay, this is what we are going to do. They will start immediately. So sometimes it is along the line, they now realize there is a problem. They now plan for plan B along the line. But before they plan for plan B, the damages have been done. So our ports need a total, I don't want to call it renovation, a total overhaul, because we are losing much cargo to the neighborhood country. So you can imagine sometimes when some vessels are coming to Nigeria, they have to bat at Lome or to go do a transshipment because of the capacity. And meanwhile, here we have the capacity, we have the people, but ability to put this in place, personal interest come first, because everybody want to take a cut from that project. That is where Nigeria it is. But however, before they start on the project, let them do a plan B, so that the vessel that is coming, you and I, you know that every vessel at any port, 1 day, 2 days, is a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. So, and nobody, especially what is happening in the world right now at the Iraq area and there, so no any shipping line or shipping company will, because of one country or one person are doing renovation, affect their business.
Of course not.
So the most important thing for a vessel is to be moving around,
Yeah.
not stationary. The same thing applicable to aircraft. I'm just using that. So they cannot, because a country is trying to modernize a port, then our vessel will come and lie down. We are unable, or they will be queued at the seaway because they want to discharge a cargo. So it has to be a gradual process in which what I believe they should do initially is they could have done this thing years ago, gradually. But Nigerian system of things, if the thing did not collapse totally, they will not take an action. Simply because our system, I'm talking about our Nigerian system. So, for example, now, just look at our road. If a single pothole has been detected, okay, with that pothole, maybe around 200,000 naira can do it. But the Nigerian government will not do it. They will make sure that pothole generated to the point whereby it can swallow a car, so that it can run into 7 or 8 figures before it can be done. That is the system and this is a cancer to us. So I don't know how do we get it here. So the same thing applicable to the port. We have been saying this thing for a very long time, and NPA has been saying this thing. Everybody is saying it. Sometimes, there was a report of a World Bank, I think about 5 or 6 years ago, when they visited the port. No, it's more than that. I think it's a drone. Azam Bello as a shippers council. So there's a report that our port need to be upgraded. But the focus attention then was in the Lekki ports.
Okay.
So they believe that once Lekki port has come to reality, this one is no go area. But it is going area now. So no matter how it's going to be, it's going to affect the traffic inflow and outflow of cargo. And when it affects the traffic, it affected the common man.
Sure.
So every goods will skyrocket.
That's the fear.
There is, say sir, there is no magic about that. Maybe if they wanted to do it, and maybe they will start with Apapa, or they will start with Tinker. There is a limit to capacity of what vessel Tinker can take.
Yeah.
Likewise, Apapa too. If the cargo is small, then the shipping company at the terminal will start smiling to back as usual. Money has come to them because they are not the one causing the delay. It is your government. But the problem is that we don't hold our government accountable for everything.
Yeah. So why don't we? Don't you think so they can also do it this way? Maybe start with one port. Let the other 2 functioning ports within Lagos be the ones handling the cargoes, the vessels coming in. Lekki is there. Lekki is not operating at full capacity as it is right now.
Yes.
So they can send cargo vessels to Lekki and then probably start the renovation or the regeneration, or which word you were
Regeneration.
trying to use. It starts with Apapa, then be using Lekki and Tinkan, and so that and then they should expedite action on it so that they quickly do it. If it was supposed to take a year, maybe get more hands and make it a 6-month thing. Get it done quickly. Don't you think that's a way to go?
Well, that is the best idea for you and I, but that is not the way for government. Government don't think in that way. They have their own way of doing things of themselves. And don't forget that Snake Island and MSC just signed another 45 years agreement.
Yes.
And the construction, renovation, or whatever expansion need to be started soon. And the Nigerian government is coming to revamp Tinker and Apapa Port, and everything falling at the same time. So tell me, sir, which magic? So Nigeria will brace for more cost of goods. It's the same waterway, don't you? So I might understand there is a different firm that is handling the different projects, but it's the same waterway. So if you now, okay, we wanted to do this, and they now move some cargoes to Lekki, then Lekki will now become Apapa. Congestion will be there. As simple as that. So I have of opinion, they are looking at it, okay, which one is more critical? Which one has more damages? Let us fix this one. This one can still be manageable. So let us fix this one. And we have to do it with action. But what if tomorrow, at the end of the day, the exchange rate is shift again? You know, that's part of the government thing. Then the project might stall.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's another thing. Because there's the people that are bringing this money, there's an exchange rate, there's a payment loan, there's a this and that. And, we are just, I don't think we are ready for this country. My own view.
What do you mean by that, sir?
Yes, sir. So if we are ready for this country, to move this country forward, irrespective of your political idea or who you are, let's do this. We have no any other country than this country.
Of course not.
We have no any other country than this country. But some of our so-called leaders, they have an option. They left everything behind for the masses to suffer.
Okay, we are centering on the commensurate action for cargo management here, because once this, like I said when I started, when this work starts at the port, it's going to be a whole lot more of confusion for the cargo movement. Right now we are having traffic gridlock developing again along the port corridors and everything. Is going to worsen the situation. What are the measures that they should put in place, for movement of cargo in and out of those areas?
All right, let me give you an example now. Before they started, just like what you said, there's a traffic is now. What is the cost of this traffic? You see, I said something earlier on that we are in a country whereby some people are more powerful than the institution. Let me mention this shipping company. If you could remember, there was earlier of this year I discussed about this MSC. Now, one of the problems that is cutting at the port right now is caused by MSC because of their empty container. So we see the government want to upgrade the port, right? MSC is not taking back their empty container as at now. So now tell me, when the project started, how is it going to be?
Right now, MSC is not. There's been a whole lot of reports about they not taking the empty containers.
It is a problem, and Nigeria Shippers Council are watching. Just like what we started on, some people are benefiting from it. You understand? Even day 2 MSC, they are smiling, benefiting from, because in your container deposit is gone. You are unable to return the container to the port at the appropriate time, the timeline they give you to report. But the problem is not from the transporter, neither the clearing agent or the forwarder or the importer. It's because the regulator failed to do
inefficiency in government regulation.
Yes, sir. Go to the port there. You will see this driver. They are human beings too. Some of them will be there 1 week, 2 weeks just to drop an empty containers, but nobody cares about them. How can a shipping company more powerful than a nation? How can a shipping company more powerful than the port regulator? Where is Nigerian government coming up from this? How can you be treating your citizens this way? And the all money is going back to the MSC. Even at that, they will still send you a debit note for detention. There's a difference between detention and demurrage. Detention is when you take the container out of the port. It's just a global standard. When you take it out of a port, you have some free day to bring it back. So if you don't bring it back on time, they will send you an invoice for detention. But look at it here. Who is responsible for that? So is it the freight forwarder? Capital, no. Is it the importer? No. Is it the clearing agent? No. Is it the transporter? Capital, no. Who? The MSC. Because the terminal don't want to accept the empty. They are doing business. The ones in their empty, the empties in their terminal, the MSC have not yet evacuated it. And week in, week out, they are bringing in more cargo.
So, what's it? Because Nigeria can't continue to operate that way.
Yes, Nigeria cannot.
If you go to the ports, a lot of the places it's littered with the empty containers, stacked 6-7 containers high.
It has been there for years. What about the earth hazard?
Exactly.
You see what I mean? The earth hazard. Are they looking at the earth hazard of this? No, because the Nigerian government, the port regulator or Nigerian government that is so find a way collecting taxes. But what about to do the needful? And let me remind you, sir, this so-called terminal too, they are losing business because where they're supposed to stack a container, empty has occupied.
Has occupied it.
And I don't know the agreement. I don't know the agreement and arrangement within them. Maybe there's a money the shipping company is giving them back based on the empty container. I don't know. But it's not helpful. It's not done in anywhere. It is only you can find in Nigeria. You can find all these things.
See, I'm not holding brief for anybody, but maybe it's high time we all also lend our voices to the empowerment of the regulatory body that's in charge of the port, the Nigerian Shippers Council. They need to be empowered more, because I have interacted with them on several occasions, and they talk about they not having the powerful, the thing that gives them the bite, that legislative, what's it called? The law. Power. The law. The legal framework that will give them the bite to sanction these people. They have a bill that
still hanging.
Still hanging.
Yeah.
The Nigerian Post Environment Regulatory Agency bill, which will empower them to do some of the things that they need to do in order to sanction these agencies. These shipping companies and airing operators within the industry. Is it not time for us Nigerians to lend our voices, especially people such as your good self and others? Some of these companies, some of these associations are fighting against themselves. Let them ask for government to empower these people so that they can do their duty. Since the government is like some we say sleeping on their sitting on their hands.
You see, the problem, I will blame some of this thing with the Shippers Council. Like I said earlier on, what constant is changes. Even the little power that you are still having, did you utilize it to the fullest? In the day of, like we are talking right now, prosperity will judge everybody, right? And whatever we say here, whatever we do. In the day of Azam Bello as a CS, as a ES of Shippers Council, right? He's a very active man. All these shipping company and terminal, they fear Shippers Council. They fear them. It's not a rocket science. It's not a magic. It's not a rocket science. It's not a magic. And he has performed. He is performing very well. But unfortunately, after he had left, every other people that come on board, just talking. So if the so-called association, even the association themselves, is affecting them too. It's affecting them. But their interest is more because they knew that every kobo go to the ship is the importer. Is the importer, because the shipping company the shipping company will bill the importer to pay. But if it's coming to their pocket and they pay in 7 figure, they will be able to raise a voice.
Okay. We are continuing with this program. Let's pay our bill.
In today's fast-paced world, the movement of goods drives the movement of business. At AZ Logistics, we go beyond transportation. We deliver trust, efficiency, and reliability. We connect businesses across borders, whether by land, sea, or air. Our network ensures your cargo arrives on time. At AZ Logistics, be rest assured that we are your reliable supply chain partners, providing quality services with cutting-edge technology by a dedicated team of experts. Join us today for services such as shipping and logistics, customs clearance, air and sea freight services, import and export, door-to-door services, offshore logistics services, break bulk cargo clearing, delivery of consignment, import and export documentation. Our office is at 16 Amore Street, off Toyin Street, Ikeja, Lagos, or call 080-238-77441 or 070-324-62672. AZ Logistics, moving your world, powering your success.
You're welcome back to the program. We have reached the interactive section of this program, and of course, we need you to join us on our phone calling and send us your WhatsApp messages and your reactions regarding the topic for discussion today. And any information you want to give to us, you can call in on 0700 903 903 903. Let me repeat that. 0700 0700 903 903 903. Or you can call us on WhatsApp us on 0817 175 6338. 0817 175 6338. You can also call us on 0912 666 9908. 0912 666 9908. We still have Dr. Abayam Aziz Mustafa with us here today, and we are talking about the activities at the ports, the renovation of the ports. What is the commensurate action for cargo clearance? Hello, the call is coming in. Hello. Hello. Please speak up, please. Okay, you're welcome, sir, Mr. Joseph. Dr. Aziz Abayomi Mustafa. Yeah. Dr. Aziz Abayomi Mustafa, that's his name. Okay. Yeah.
We're talking about, planning ahead. Suppose we have other developed ports around the nation, and then it is critical that Apapa port should be upgraded. Do you think what doctor is saying will occur? It won't. Because the one hand, the people planning the port operations will allow the importers and exporters to utilize other port areas for their convenience because of this traffic.
Mm.
Like he has just said now, he said that at the end of the day, the cargoes will suffer and it will trickle down to the consumers who are the public.
Yeah.
Because of the carelessness of those who think they are, they only there to benefit themselves and not the future generation of this nation. So, doctor, please, may God continue to bless your faith.
Amen.
Amen. Amen.
May we, at the future times, get people that can plan holistically for the progress of this nation. I'm a practitioner of, in the ports too, Joseph Chukwuemeka, Golden Seas and Land Agency. Good morning.
All right. Have yourself a lovely day, sir. Thank you for your contribution. Doc, did you hear what he
Yes,
said?
I heard him.
Okay. You mentioned the part of what I asked you before is what you think a cargo management process should be, because we know it. There's going to be a whole lot of disruption when this boom 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 starts, as in the renovation starts at the port. The shipping companies are supposed to, by law, supposed to have holding base for the empty containers. Is it not high time now they start making arrangements for where to deposit some of their empty containers, so that there will be ease around the port in terms of movement, and use more of barges and other means of moving these containers, so that the situation won't get worse than it is right now.
No, they cannot use the badge for the.
Please, before you go on, let's pick this call. Hello? Hello? Good afternoon. Your name and where are you calling me from? Your name is? Okay, Mr. Robert. Go on. You said what? Go on, go on.
What is really responsible, sir? We want to know what is responsible. That MSC can be so bigger than other shipping company that it cannot be controlled. That is one. And the government cosmetism, if there's any word like that, that will make only Lagos be the most functioning port above other ports in Nigeria, I think it's not a welcome development. That is not how to grow the maritime industry. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Now we have Apapa Port, you have Tinka Port and Lekki Port. Three only in Lagos. What happened to other ports? And most of these goods that are being imported to Lagos State here, they take them to the port. Why can't the government dredge other ports and make them workable so that you can develop other sections of the country? Why only Lagos? That is the question. The thing is baffling some of us. That's just my contribution. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Robert. Doc, yeah, the question keeps arising. Can't in the interim, the government put in place the proper functioning of the eastern ports, Calabar, Warri, Port Harcourt, 1 and 2, on there.
Yeah, let me answer that question. You see, in the maritime sectors, especially the shipping line, when you make an inquiry that, please, I want my cargo from China to One, not all the shipping line go to One.
Okay.
And One is functioning very well. In fact, the WACT in One, it was under, the WACT in One is under APMT2. And in the last couple of 5 years, if I'm not mistaken, they have invested over 300 million into that port by themselves. Okay. So it's working perfectly. But not all the shipping line go to One. Likewise, not all the shipping line go to Lekki ports.
Of course.
You understand? So the Lekki port are making advance. I think it was this week, or I think it's this week, right? MSC just coming to Lekki port for the first times.
Okay.
So they wanted to expand, right? And the last caller, like you were saying, every other layman will think about it. But in the last caller, if he's following NPA program, if you understand that NPA and Nigerian government, they are working to have a port in Ondo State.
Okay.
And as well, they are working to have in, I think it's in Ogun State as well. And to revive the one in Calabar as well. And even...
and there's still the Badagry coming
the
up.
Badagry,
private one.
Yes. Government cannot handle it alone. Nigeria's system of government cannot undo any business. We don't have the mental capacity to do it. So it has to be a private. What you only do is regulate, which is everywhere in the world. So it takes a time. It's not port activities. It's not something that you wake up in the morning and started.
Yeah, you are talking about regulation and everything. Yeah, they need to put the proper things in place. But we are also here trying to appeal that even the regulatory agency put in charge of the port, the economic operation in the port, has not been empowered. So what are we talking about here?
So if I may ask, what did you mean by they are not being empowered? Because there is empower, when you talk about empower, is large.
Okay.
What do you mean by they are not empowered?
Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. Who's on the line?
Yeah, I'm Robert, the information.
Okay.
The analyst, please, sir. I disagree with you on the explanation you gave to the guy who asked that question about spreading of that's utilizing the ports outside Lagos.
Hello, sir. Hello, sir.
Hello, I'm listening.
What's your name? Wabeze, Mr.
I said Wabeze, yes.
Yeah. My name is Dili Utomi, the presenter of this program. I'm not the other guy asking the question. My name is Dili Utomi.
No. I said your analyst there.
The analyst.
The explanation he was giving.
Hold on.
Today.
The analyst name is Dr. Aziz Abayomi Mustafa, and my name, the presenter, is Dili Utomi.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can call us by name. Don't say the other guy. Don't. It sounds.
Sorry, I didn't pick the name initially.
My name is Dili Utomi.
Okay, Mr. Dili, good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you, sir.
Yeah, concerning the port utilization across the nation, I think it's the duty of the government to provide the enabling environment. You know, they know how the enabling environment will be there, and importer will refuse to use the facilities. It's not done, and it's putting much pressure on Lagos, and it's not helping us in development. We have to say the fact. When we depoliticize all these policies and issues, it makes it cumbersome. It doesn't allow growth. By now, all our ports should have been functioning at optimum capacity. Or political will of the government and based on the administration, not encouraging the development of those ports. It is not helping our economy any bit. Let them have a rethink. There's nothing late. It's quite a long time people have been clamoring for this. We know it's not something that can be done in a day, but Nigeria did not start in a day.
All right. Thank you so very much, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah. More reactions are coming in. This one says, okay. Hello?
Yes, my name is Leonard Sonyaba.
Your name is what?
Leonard Sonyaba.
Okay, Leonard. Welcome
Now,
to...
still corroborating what the other caller said. Now, this matter of wanting to concentrate everything around Lagos, Ogun, and all that is causing more problem. Because we have a vast land, vast place to spread things to. And development, that is industrialization, development, and everything will go to everything like 20 of Nigeria. But because you concentrated the thing here, it's man-made. It's not like it's intentional. No, it was intentionally done. Because I know that people who were talking of, that is getting things to set up industries, and they were being asked, but they said no, they want it around Lagos. It's not about the person who wants to do the industrial. It's about the thing the government wants. And this is not helping matters. This is truth. So I think they debunk it and have the free mind to let everybody let all stakeholders come on board. And we see our costs developing and moving forward. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, Doc, what's your reaction to this?
Well, they have spoken well in terms of what they expect the country to be, right? Which is very good. But however, in a business, it's a different ball game.
Yeah, of course.
Investor,
sir, please, can I pick this call? Hello.
Hello. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you. Who are we speaking to, and where are you calling in from, sir?
This is Martins from Ago.
Okay. You are speaking with Dilo Tommy, and we have our guest.
No, Daily. How are you?
I'm fine, sir.
What of Prince Chilaka?
He's unavoidably absent. He travels.
Okay, my greeting to your guest. Still, I can't remember the name. I'm very sorry.
His name is Dr. Aziz Abayomi Mustafa.
Okay, Dr. Abayomi. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, first and foremost, Daily, I don't know. I'm a regular caller in this program. Not only this program, virtually all the VOP's program. But I don't know whether you can help me in this to address this. I've been trying to see how connect to the VOP WhatsApp link. I have the VOP WhatsApp line, but trying to get to the VOP WhatsApp link so that you can send messages in. But eventually I can't call. It's not been. I don't know. I can't get it. I don't really know what is the issue.
Which particular number are you calling? Because let me call the one that has the WhatsApp line. The WhatsApp line is 0817 175 6338.
That's exactly the number I normally call. I can't get to the WhatsApp platform link where I can be able to send messages.
Because we do receive messages on the WhatsApp.
I don't know platform. Whether there is any operational module that I didn't do where that actually was
maybe
mitigating against that.
Maybe there's something you've not done right, sir.
All right, sir. Okay, sorry for disturbing with you that. But one of my main reasons why I'm calling is most especially I have two questions. One, when I was listening to Dr. Bayomi, when you were talking about the freight forwarders and the license clearing agent, I could not still understand the difference between the two of them. But eventually, I have a job or I have something I want any of them to do. I can't really understand who actually will I entrust my activity to, based on who is actually this and who is actually that. That is one. Number two is the issue of concentrating the whole port within the south west. I don't understand. Like what he real up here, we have Tinkan, we have Apapa, we have Lekki. Now he's saying Ogun is coming on board and another place he mentioned within that.
Badagry.
Badagry.
It's a Dangote that's
with that is a private man. Yes, he has every right to do it, whatever he wants to do.
Exactly.
Yeah, but the other ones are government something. Why is it that why must government concentrate them within this place? He was also trying to explain to us that One is working, but just like Lekki, it's not every
every shipping company that goes there.
Shipping company that way, yeah. Every shipping company wants to go there. But I want to deduce from what he said that if one has a capacity, why would people not go there? Just like Lekki, it's like Lekki is limited in capacity. Maybe the same thing is also happening in One, which is that government has not developed One the way it's supposed to be, like Papa or Tinker, so that they can accommodate any kind of vessel that actually can be able to go there. Because if he has that capacity, I don't think shipping companies will be afraid going there or will be refusing to go there. So to round it up, I still believe that this is a political will something. If it's an intentional act, government know what they want, what they're doing. If they want to liberalize this nation to make things work, let them do the right thing. I don't see why the eastern part that has the most influx of porters and all that will continually be denied the real, shipping terminal, declaring shipping terminal.
That's the functioning port.
Yeah, shipping port that can
functioning port.
Yeah,
functional port.
Functioning port. Government know what they're doing. Let them stop this if they really want this country to move forward. Thank you.
All right. Sir. Hello. Okay.
Hello.
I just want to chip in this little bit of information.
Yeah.
A port such as Lekki, it's a combined efforts of a private and public investment.
Yes.
Yeah, we know that. We know that for sure.
Yeah. Okay. What of Tinkan and Apapa?
No. Tinkan and Apapa have been solely government owned.
Good.
Now, even the proposed ones, these are proposed ones. I think they are also going to be a combined efforts of private and public investment. So
the one that is going to come up in Ogun State.
Yes. I don't think it's not it's not a government thing. You see, one thing is this. What we should also realize is that the Nigerian government, there are things that have been to a large extent exclusive, but a lot of them are being liberalized now. Before, formerly, you cannot invest in a port as a private person.
Yes,
that is being liberalized.
I'm hearing that for the first time that private individuals can have license to establish port.
Yes. They were in exclusive list. So now they are being liberalized. And so people are coming in. Now, the second thing we should also be thinking is this. Like Lekki now, federal government has shares in Lekki. Lagos State government has shares in Lekki. Then the private people have about 49% or 50-something% of the Lekki port. The eastern ports, before Lekki was even conceived, the Ibom ports had been conceived and they were about to start operation.
Okay, what stopped it?
Okay, those are the questions we should be asking.
Yes.
What stopped it? Is it that the state government never was not really serious, or the money has flown with developed wings and
wings and flew away?
Those are questions we should be asking. Then you ask. I'm from Delta. Although I lived most of my life here in Lagos, I'm from Delta State.
Okay.
But let's ask. I keep asking my state government what they do with the humongous amount of money that they get as revenue from the central. From the center, from the federal government.
Yeah, well, the FAC and all the
yes,
other.
The Delta State government is quite capable of having its own port, or even if not solely on its own, it can invite private investors and have a deep sea port.
Okay.
Lekki is the best port we have in the country now in terms of automation, in terms of technology, in terms of the depth. It's about minus 15 meters deep.
Yes.
That's the deepest port we have, or functioning port we have in the country. Even Apapa and Tinkan are considered river ports because they are not deep enough.
Okay, so you are saying that Lekki is even deeper than
it's the deepest. Yes. It's the best, the deepest, and the best port we have functioning in the country now.
As at today,
because it's the most modern. Why a lot of companies, shipping companies, are not going there right now? It's because it's still very new. It was opened about 2-3 years ago. So
yeah.
So
5 years now.
4 years now. So it takes time for people to know that this port is functioning well, let's go there. It's the most modern, it's the deepest, is the best place to do business right now. I'm not trying to promote them, but that's what it is.
Dilly, I can understand you, but I can also from here tell you maybe one or two things that is actually making Lekki not yet attractive. Tinkan Papa is very close by to most of the hubs.
Now you're talking.
Area. That is also that is also one. But I just want to say this, please. Don't be offended. I'm taking much of the time. I just want to say this, Dilly.
Yeah.
Thank God that you and Chilaka, for me, those are the major people I know now in the front line in the journalism of maritime thing, things like that. It is now behold on you people to, sensitize maybe or people are within those areas. Like you say, you are from Delta, and probably you dig in deep into what is frustrating your name, since you believe that your state government is supposed to have added, boosted that place. Secondly, I also know that if federal government actually want to open up places in the right way, they can invest first and foremost in those areas, or maybe they can now initiate a collaboration between them and the state. And I also know if they have a good window that is very accessible, there is no way a lot of people, even in the East, will not want to go into a joint venture with them to do that, or even the state governors. Or let me not talk about the state governors of the East. I don't really trust them, except like at their state governor. But I know that if federal government is sincere and open up a good line, a good channel, I know there are a lot of people within the East that will want to collaborate with them to have a very functional, high capacity, seaport within the East.
Yeah.
If they cannot argue that with me, I know that.
Thank you so very much, sir. Let me close with this. You know that Dangote is proposing a port in around Badagry. If just one man is proposing that, what happens to, why won't the businessmen, especially, you said it before, that most of the importers are probably from the East, the eastern part of the country. Why can't 2 or 3 of them come together and say, okay, let's align with let's collaborate with the state government from within that area and establish one big port, one deep sea port, maybe around Delta, around Bayelsa, or around rivers.
Let's keep watching now. If actually, like you said now, that they have the capacity or they have the channel is open for them to do that kind of collaboration.
It is quite open. I can assure you, sir, that it is.
All right. Okay. Thank you.
Have yourself a lovely day, Doc.
You see, the man has spoken well, but there are still 2 things I wanted to correct from that.
Okay.
On airport is functioning very well in terms of cargo capacity, in terms of equipment. Anywhere APMT terminal, they invest very well. And
sorry, Doc. Before you go far, maybe the problem with Onne is that it has this stereotype that it's purely an oil and gas port. It's only for things that are oil and gas that can come in through there. Maybe that's the problem he has.
No, that is not the case. The case is people don't know how function they are.
Okay.
And some people they don't even know to know maybe there is a port call on air.
Some don't, yeah.
That is it. So as a practitioner, you have to broaden your services.
Okay. Yeah, a call is coming in, sir. Hello? Yeah, who's on the line?
Hello, this is Mr. David.
Okay. Where are you calling in from, please? All right, make your submission, sir. Make your input.
Yeah, I don't want to chip in some certain things. Like, your girls here will say, One is working perfectly. Yes, I'm in Lagos now, but I've been in Aba for the past 4 years.
Okay.
Because of this port issue, that's the reason why I now relocated back to Lagos. One is working, but he's working on papers. on radio, like as you say now. Let me tell you, my brother. I don't know when you visited that place last. When you go to that place, they will tell you your container will come. Your agent will tell you one Alhaji is coming. Maybe controller general is coming. My brother, for over 1 month, they will not work there. Your container will just be stuck there. And the demurrage will be counted on you as an importer. Before you know it, everything will run down. Believe me.
Okay.
So when you say One is working, One is working. One is working as just as we're talking it. And like other callers are saying, you said you are broadening the port. What's the difference between Ogun and Lagos? What's the difference between Ibadan and Lagos? What happened to Calabar? And you said that Dangote is in correlation with to develop one at Badagry, if I heard you well. Let me tell you, we have millions of people that are going in conjunction with federal government. If they want really any port in the east to work, me, I'm one of them. You understand? It's not about making money. Another thing is that I don't know if you have heard about Owerri Cargo Airport.
Mm-hmm.
What happened? See, this is my first time. It's about 2 years ago. My son was having wedding in Aba. Then I said my wife, let's wait. Let's take a flight from Murtala Mohammed International Airport, Murtala Mohammed local wing to Owerri. My brother, that's my first time. There's no any plane on ground apart from that one that conveyed us from Lagos to Owerri. I have not seen that in my life. The whole airport, there's nothing is working there. What happened? So when you say you want to, the other thing is that, what happened to Ibeto Cement, Dangote, Bua? That same thing that happened to Ibeto Cement that is not unfortunate today, that's the same thing that is happening to people from the east. Government will just look one way or the other to make sure that it doesn't work.
All right, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for your submission, sir. Okay, make it. React to that.
Sir, let me quickly advise this for people that don't know. Dangote is not the one started Badagry port. There are some other investors started the idea more than 20 years ago, but due to financial capacity, one way or the other, they could not continue. That is why this man is coming. Okay, I have an idea. Let's bring this up. You see, anywhere, even if it is east, if they wanted to have a functioning port, they can have it. What you need to do is to have the mindset and political will. Okay, what do? You propose to the government through the state over there. You propose to the NPA. We want to have this here. Then the government will now look at it. Okay, if that should be the case, because the government will not bring in their money. It is a private investor that will bring in the money. The government will look. Okay, just like example, what you analyze about the Lekki port, it is a private sector. Okay, we want to have a latest port here in Nigeria, and there are so many things attached to it. One, we understand that insecurity is a number. Any investor that wanted to invest in anywhere, the first thing you need to look is security. Is my investment safe in where I'm going to do it? So it's not about the government is looking at one side. It's about the people themselves. Thank God he mentioned about the Owerri Airport that nothing is functioning there. So how?
And Owerri Airport is more like a state government.
It's a state government, but what kind of the marketing the government of Owerri themselves is giving
the airport?
The airport.
So another call is coming in. Let's see.
Hello, Dr. Otomi, Mr. Otomi. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
Dr. Oh, sorry, I'm forgetting your name,
Mustafa. Dr. Mustafa.
So I called before, sir, but I want to ask one question. My name is Robert. Sir, you said I think NPA is the regulator of all the port, though the ports have been privatized, but NPA still remain the regulator. Now, since you said that
NPA is like the landlord to all the ports, to most of the ports.
NPA is a landlord. They are
not the regulator.
I know. I work in the port for many years. Even though they are punishing our drivers, I see their work over there. There are men there. But yes, now it is Oga. This is what we are saying. It's reality. We know what they do to truck drivers. How they punish them before you can set the port, and they small thing they charge them. You know, we know. Yeah, but that's not why. Why I call that? Since you said the establishment of port has been removed from the exclusive list now, that is an individual can just form it. Okay, I'm looking at the bureaucratic side of it. Since if somebody have interest, sir, you know, Lekki is functioning. I know there are some big men that have interest in that area,
Yeah.
and Lagos port is also functioning. If an individual say you establish a port in the east now, maybe it's a private individual, now you want to bring ship now, do you think that for one reason or the other, those who are, you know, Nigeria now, all of we are doing things tribalistically and you know, maybe religion, somebody will not say okay, he can on his own kill the business of that private individual that establishes his port at the one section of the country, maybe because of one reason. It may be political reason, it may be religious reason, or maybe ethnic reason. Don't you think it can happen like that? I'm just asking, sir.
Yeah, sir. What you should also know is that you can't say because it's said naturally that you don't say that because people die sleeping on the bed, you won't sleep on the bed again. Yeah, you will continue to sleep on the bed, and because there have been certain issues that happened in the past that deter people from probably doing certain things or the other. You can't say we won't stop trying, you will stop trying. That's not the way. That's not the right mentality to have about life. You keep trying and trying and trying until you get it right. No country develops where people put up their hands and say we give up. It doesn't work that way.
No, it doesn't.
Doc.
Yeah, you see, I am professionally a member of Nigeria Chamber of Shipping.
Okay.
Right, and I'm in the midst of some people who have a private vessel, and they bring it to Nigeria. I have some people here in Nigeria, they have a private vessel. They don't have a terminal. They are known as a vessel, and they are doing fine. So I don't like, I would just advise the last caller that you should please not based on assumption.
Good.
It's not assumption. There are things people don't know. What you don't know, you don't know. But ask a question, dig deep down. There, you know, it's not about tribal. I know Africa has a tribalism something, but it doesn't work in all sectors. Just try your best and see how it goes.
Exactly. Let's pick this call, sir. Hello?
Hello, sir.
Yeah, who's on the line and where are you speaking in from?
Okay, I'm calling from here.
What's your name?
My name is Chijoka. We call me Chijoka.
Okay, Chijoka, go on.
Sir, I'm just trying to be honest with you.
You please turn down the volume of your radio.
Okay.
Move away from there.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, go on ahead, sir.
Sir, you see, what they call that temple that said tribalism is still working in our own blood. Can I say something? Sir, I'm a faithful order.
Yeah, sir, please, you have like 1 minute to make your
okay, sir.
point.
Sir, there's the open Enugu airport to international airport. Now,
It's a cargo airport, yes.
Cargo, yes. Loads are coming from the Lagos airport here. You know, it's China war. So many of our people are bringing loads at Enugu airport. You know what the federal government did? As I'm speaking with you now, you're a journalist, go and find out where that airport is working again. Now, once they start bringing one load from, you discover that this load here has left. Our people are moving there. Ethiopia is moving load to the east. They now frustrate that airport. So the man said the truth. We have many, okay, what about Abia? Abia doesn't have where they have seaport there. They can do seaport that place. That tribalism is there.
Where are you talking about? Abia?
Sir?
It's hard. There's no, Abia is not a literal state. Imo is not a literal state. It's a literal state where they can build ports, like deep sea ports, are states where you have that are close to the coast.
Yeah.
Coast, yeah, it's close to the, how many 25 kilometers away? It's close to that place.
It still is not a coastal state, sir.
Okay, sir, we do respect. What about an international airport at Enugu? Cargo airport, what actually happened to it?
Yes. Yeah, like the doctor was trying to explain. Okay, let the doctor dwell more on it.
Portray that one, yes. Portray that international airport. I think it's not working now. Go and check the verify, sir. Respect, sir.
All right, thank you so very much,
Yeah,
sir.
you can go by yourself and verify, sir.
Thank you. So, doctor, let me pick this one and then talk more about the topic. Hello.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Who are we on to, and where are you calling in from?
Okay, from Ajao Estate.
What's your name, sir?
Gustav is my name.
Okay, Joseph.
Okay, what I want to
Please, sir,
say
you
is
have
that,
1 minute.
okay, no problem. I will make use of it. Well, just like the second to the last caller said, what he said is the total truth because I know that some time ago when, sorry if I will use the word allegedly, because when the then former governor of Lagos State was still in office, Fashola, there was like a kind of fight, serious fight against Bakassi Deep Seaport in Cross River. It would have been functioning by now, but because they don't want any other part of the country to have a seaport, that is why, so that everything will just remain in Lagos, and they don't know that they are killing the country, and when they're supposed to be have development everywhere, but I don't know. So what he said is true, and I am even supporting that. That is the truth. So they
Okay.
should just allow other seaport to work.
All right, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much, sir. We should also ask a question. If what all these points are being raised, they could be valid to a large extent, but right now, Nigeria, most of the states belong to the center in terms of political affiliation. So shouldn't that be working in favor of those states?
Well, you see, what some people don't understand, not most people, that if you are a governor of a state, you are the chief executive, you are the marketer, you are everything. What investment you want to bring a lie on you? It's not about building an airport in isolation. It's about how do you convince people to use that same airport. Those are the things you need to think about. So you can't say some people, I don't know my own personal opinion, right? You can't say some people have not make, because he mentioned Fashola. How Fashola is a governor of Lagos State, then he cannot control NPA.
Of course not.
And he cannot control National Assembly.
Of course
Neither can control the presidency. He can only control what is his power as far as Lagos is concerned, and even not NPA. So federal government agencies, he cannot control them. So how can Fashola not work Bakassi Port to work? So I find it funny.
So if essentially the man doesn't really have a fact.
He doesn't have
speaking with fact.
He doesn't speak fact on that.
That
is to me
yes.
how I would understand it.
Yes. Do you also operate from on air, because you keep saying that it works? Sorry, let me quickly pick this call. Hello, good afternoon, sir. Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Who's on the line, please?
I want to be calling from Ikeja.
Okay, you have 1 minute, sir.
Yeah, I see, please, I don't know the person that is the analyst or something. I think everything that is being said politically, he's thrashing it, throwing it away. He's not seeing the political angle to this issue. It's unfair. He has to look at both sides. Then he has to be
sir, before you go on, sir, let me also state here that the person speaking, the analyst here, is an investor within the port, and he also operates from both Lagos and Port Harcourt. The same owner that he's speaking from, he operates from there too.
Okay. There is no point. Nigeria is a country that if you chasing the aspect of politics and tribe and religion, you are wasting your time. Let me tell you something.
All right.
Before the 1960, 70, was the airport not working well? Was it not working well? I remember most of us that came to Lagos, we were using Port Harcourt Airport, Port Harcourt Seaport. We weren't using Lagos. This congestion that happened in Lagos is 80s, 90s. What happened to those days we were using Port Harcourt very well? What happened to that time? You know, if Nigeria wants to advertise Rune and make a new port work, they will move and advertise it all over the world. The agency, what they call the sea, I don't know about this, the terms they use for this cargo and what, I don't know the terms they use. They can advertise it worldwide, and people will know about the people and they will use it. If they have the political will, if they want, they will do that. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
let me
Sir, before you go on, let me
okay.
read this message. Say, good day, my brother. My name is Tochuku. Please, I want to let Mr. Aziz, is Dr. Aziz, to know that most of the problems at the eastern ports are from government policies. Like in the year 2000, Port Harcourt ports were well functional until Obasanjo got stopped the clearing of textile and garments from eastern ports. Only approved at Papa and Tinkan ports. That policy kills many businesses in 2000. Please verify. He's talking specifically about the ban of textile and garments coming in from the eastern ports by the Obasanjo.
It was banned totally in Nigeria.
It was banned totally.
We should be making the local one.
Yes.
Now let me clear something. What some people don't understand. You see, when you are bringing in import to Nigeria, you have a choice where your shipment is going to.
Good.
It's either you're going to Lekki, Lagos, or Onne. And the price from, let's take China for example, because that is where most of the products come from. Yeah. So if you approach the shipping company, the shipping line, okay, I'm bringing 1 by 40 feet, give me a cost from Shanghai to Onne. It's a different cost. Give me from there to Apapa, it's a different cost. Oh, yeah? Give me from there to Tinkan, it's a different cost. Now it now depends. Even some of these importers.
Why is that so? From Shanghai to Onne will be closer to them than coming to Lagos. Why is it? It will be different. Why is it be?
It's a business. They are not going to the same location.
Okay. All right. A call is coming in, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Yeah.
Hello, Lily.
Yes. Good afternoon, sir. Who's on the line?
That is stopping anybody from functioning very well or functioning very well in the East. Nothing like that. And secondly, he talks about the charges of the ship owners between Lagos or any other place. I don't think that going to Ne or going to anywhere, maybe in the Calabar or any other place within the East, will be too far that importers cannot use them, because you also consider where your goods are going. I still believe that government hand is in what is making it difficult for people to start operating seaports in the East and all that.
All right, thank you. Yeah, you've made your point, sir. Doc.
Yeah, maybe the man misquote me. What I said is that any investor that want to invest in anywhere, we look at the security everywhere in the world.
Yeah.
So, okay, I want to invest this. What is the security of this? I'm not saying East. Even I'm talking about anywhere in the world.
You're generalizing
where your fund is secure. If you could remember, during the time of Buhari, when he came to power, he stopped all forex.
Yeah.
And that affected a whole lot of business. It even affect some of the airline accumulating where that the foreign airline cannot take their money back to their country.
Yeah.
So those are the things. I'm not saying East insecurity is happening in the East because of that.
Okay. Hello. Hello. Please move away from where your phone is, your radio is, or lower the volume of your radio. Turn down the volume of your radio. Good afternoon. Who's on the line, sir?
My name is Janice from Okota.
Janice.
Samuel from Okota.
Okay, Samuel from Okota. Okay, go on and make your point, sir. You have 1 minute.
Please, sir. I am totally disagreeing with that man in the studio.
Please. It's not that man in the studio. Please, let's be courteous. His name is Dr. Mustafa. Dr. Bayami Mustafa.
Yeah. I'm totally disagreeing with you.
Fine.
This is our country. I don't know whether the man has been going to China and see what is going on in China. I don't know.
The man is an operator, both locally and internationally.
In China, there is people. In any place in China, we should not ashamed. A big country like Nigeria, everything is located in Lagos State. So what? Sometimes when we talk, we don't look at negative effects on what is leading to this country. You want to buy anything, you come to Lagos. What happened to Alabama people? Is it not a better government?
To you in studio. In Nigeria, we put sentiment. The thing is not, it doesn't have a punctuation. Everything port is in exclusive. Security is the most important that state need to look into. Every importer first consider security before anything, status first. From Addition or from Ikorodu? Okay. So, make your point, sir. We are gradually coming to the end of the program, sir. So,
I like this is what we call interactive.
Yeah,
You understand me? And people share their opinion, which is very, very valid. But, however, the last caller said we should look at China. You can't compare China and Nigeria together. One, China is a manufacturing country.
Yeah.
Nigeria is a consumption country.
Yeah.
So we can't have all the ports at all the states.
Good.
It's not possible. Even in China, it's not all the states
Of course not.
that's a port. So, but they make it easier. Okay, if you are moving from Shanghai, okay, Shanghai is closer. Depends on where the location of the factory. Even the factory will tell you the nearest port to them is Shanghai. Okay, which is fantastic. Take it there. Then from there you come down to wherever it's taking it. So, China is a manufacturing country. They manufacture everything. Nigeria is a consumer. So what is the level of our import and export? Let's compare it to each other. Our import give government more revenue. So even the Nigerian government prefer importing than exporting, because exporting is not much. It is only benefit the company,
producer.
the producer. But in terms of taxes, Nigeria, so until Nigeria become an exporter by themselves, we don't rely on import, then we can make the country a better place for us. But private sector play a key role. If I want to operate, I will look at the environment where I want to operate. You cannot decide for me to go to A or B or C. It depends on me.
All right. Let's take the last call here. Hello. Good afternoon.
Yes. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Who's on the line? And where are you calling in from?
Additional is my name. I'm calling you from.
Okay. Go on ahead and make your point.
I don't know what's something that's wrong with us. We need to put sentiment aside. For example, I'm a businessman. Before I go to any place to do, if I even borrow money from bank, and God forbid at the end of the day, we lost that money in the process, that what security is not allow us to do our business. Do I not going to pay back the loan? Does the business, the bank will say, oh, because it's because of insecurity? It is part of my own duty to study the place that I want to put my investment. So security, and for today, most of the state governors are affiliated to the central. Most of them are in the good book of president, because they are APC member. They can use this opportunity, most especially Anambra and the rest. They are friends to this very present leader. So we should put sentiment aside. Like the other time, some people are complaining. Dangote, I said, when they give this Dangote license to build this refinery, close to 50% company collect this
license.
The license. How many of them build it? I remember almost 50 of them collect the license. But today, it's only Dangote we see. Is that not a plus for us? I don't think we are buying fuel without Dangote. How much will we do? Thank you, sir.
Thank you. We've run out of time. Please, sir, your parting shot, doc. We are out of time. What do you advise, especially the NPA, the federal government through NPA, to do as they are about to commence the renovation of the ports?
And if you look at all the contributors, both the caller, everybody, every one of them still mention government.
Exactly.
So that is to say everything rely on the government, because if everything goes wrong in the country, I will not blame you, you will not blame me. You will blame the government. Mm-hmm. But unfortunately, the government will still give back to the people. But however, just like what they say, the way you lay your bed, so shall you lie on it. So my advice to the NPA in the maritime sector is that before they begin to do all these things, they should have a plan B and look at it critically, so that the effect will not be more. It's going to be an effect. And some people will go to smile to the bank. It is an experience.
And some will lose money.
Okay. Just like when National Single Window come on board, we know when BOW come on board, we know the problem is there. So some people would like this kind of a thing to happen, so that they can cash to the bank, whereby that is one of the reasons that many people abandon their container at the port. It's not a wish for somebody to bring in container and left it there. But one thing or the other, the demurrage is more than the cost of duty, how much it's going to sell. At the end of the day, this is a bad business. So let them have a rethink and have a plan B, so that it should not be the way it used to be. before.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you so very much for your time, Dr. Abayami Aziz.
Thank you so much for
Mustafa. We will need to have you again next time for your contribution. This is the Maritime and Border Show on VOP 90.3 FM. Of course, the station that entertains, educates, and informs you. I hope you have been well informed today on the Maritime and Border Show. We'll come again next week for another good edition of the show. And of course, we know that this show is also open to sponsorship. You can call us in on 0802 7590 195. We will be eager to hear from you and do business with you. My name is Dili Utomi. I'll be with you again next week, same time from 12:30 to 2:30 every Sunday on the Maritime and Border Show. Have yourself a pleasant week ahead. Thank you.